As usual, it was another busy week. But before we get started, I wanted to say thank you guys. I really appreciate you tuning in and following the progress on the boat. That being said, unfortunately, as you can see, not a lot of progress was made this week. But it was still a very busy week. For 4 nights this week, I got to work on my dump truck and get it ready for a car show. Anything from detailing, removing the old dump body, installing shocks. It just soaked up a lot of time. I was up till midnight for most of the week trying to get that thing on the road again. Another big update, the garage went through its final inspection. So what does that mean? As you can see, we still have the black poly on all the walls, but now that the final inspection is done, we can start sheetrocking, we can start putting up shelves, we can start hanging a lot of things that have just been sitting around and cluttering up. I can get the final pallet racking in and finish out my bench behind me. So these are all good things. And it's just really hard finding time always for the boat. I still need to advance the garage. But don't worry. I think this week I'm gonna focus on sanding the hull down, because I don't know about you guys, but let's get these seats out of here. This is really bugging me. So we're gonna sand the epoxy, not completely off, but we're gonna sand the epoxy so that I can put a anti-fouling paint on there. I mean, it's not really anti-fouling, but that's what it's called in the real world. So yeah, we'll get the bottom painted and the hull epoxied. Again, unfortunately, that isn't gonna make it into this video. We ran out of time this week. But if you'd like to see a little more on the dump truck, I do have video of that. I figured if I'm gonna be working on it, killing time, I might as well be recording something. That being said, enjoy, and thanks for watching. So other than painting up the shoes on this old girl, what did I do today? Well, I started removing the overloads. I'm about ready to remove the spring pack. I think I want to cut that in about half. So roughly every other spring is going to come out, and I'll have to put in a shim there because I want to retain roughly the same ride height. And if you look really closely, you'll notice this truck never had rear shocks. So I went and picked up a set off of a 2004 Silverado. I guess the 15 and 2500s share the same rear shocks. So we're going to get those suckers installed on here. I got some geometry to math out. Look at me trying to sound smart. I got some measurements to take so I know my max squish and max lift distances. But yeah, we're gonna get some shocks on this old girl. Woo! This evening, we are removing the spring packs from the truck. Kind of an interesting way of doing it. So these pins have a little bit of a notch in them. So they slide in, and then you have a retainer bolt that's kind of like wedged that bolts in there. Took me a little while to figure it out. Once I heated up and removed all the grease, it became a little more obvious. But we've got the other side out. And we are about ready to reduce the spring count. Because again, this is set up for, well, between that and the overloads, roughly 5 tons worth of payload. So we're gonna cut that in half. I have new, what is it, shackles? Or what the heck are they? The U-bolts, and I got the new center pins to bolt them all back together. So hopefully we get a decent amount knocked out tonight. Yeah. Well, there you have it. Spring packs were reduced. Center pin is in. And we got the shocks all mounted up. Wish I would have gotten some video welding those in, but to be honest, I was doing the job with the 110 wire feed, 0.023 gauge. And yeah, definitely way too light for what I was welding. I ended up having to preheat with MAP gas and horseshoe stitch them. So we're not gonna look at those welds too close, but yeah, that looks pretty sweet. Dang. That boat's about ready to float away.